Yes, welcome to the Ecosystem Wednesday call. We have this once a month on the Gnosis Chain Discord, and we feature a new team each month that's building on Gnosis Chain. And this month, we're excited to have the Automata team to talk about the one RPC relay that they've just integrated on Gnosis Chain. So just some quick context. One RPC is a free RPC relay to eradicate metadata exposure and leakage with a one-click experience for Web3 users. I think with that, I will turn it over to Anton from the Automata team to run a demo and talk about Automata and the one RPC relay. So take it away, Anton.
Great. Thanks, John, for the introduction there. So, hi guys, thank you for coming today. So, we're here from the Automata team, and I think what I'll do is I'll kind of do a brief overview about Automata, one RPC, and then I'll run into a quick demo that hopefully won't take very long. As John said, it's one click, so it's quite quick. And then I'll give you a couple examples of the potential of one RPC. So, firstly, I think it's what is Automata? So, I think the main ethos that we have at Automata is about privacy and security. And through that, our main orientation is around the modular attestation layer, or it's otherwise known as kind of the middle layer, in between kind of different. Fundamentally, what it is it's between different applications to try and allow for privacy and to allow users to have as much privacy and security as possible. And one of the features, one of the many products that we have is one RPC. And that's the one that I'll be kind of going through today. I'll be showing you how you set it up, and I'll also be showing you some of the key features that we have with it. So I'll quickly share my screen. I'm going to have to share the entirety of my screen for this one because I want to show you some of the details inside MetaMask and how the transactions work and some of the special capabilities for that. So I'll be sharing my entire screen just so you're aware. So cool. So hopefully you should be able to see that now. So here is the so I'll be mainly going through one RPC today. We've got a few other different products on our system as well, such as we have Carrier, which is one of our privacy oriented bridges. We've also got some of the other products. We've also got Poleski Faucet, which is another kind of very new product that we've got going as well. And then there's a new kind of major update that we've got right now is about Automata 2.0, which we're slowly releasing new things for. So keep an eye on that. But for today, we're going to be focusing on one RPC. So what is one RPC? So as John mentioned earlier, one RPC is a free RPC relay to eradicate metadata exposure and leakage with a one-click experience for Web3 users. So what does that mean? So I think the main thing I want to highlight is what is metadata. So metadata is basically whenever you are doing things whenever you're doing anything in crypto, whether that's making you're sending funds to someone else or you're accessing a decentralized application, you view that there's a chance that you may leak some of your metadata. And what could that mean? That could be how much you have on your wallet, but it could also be something which is a lot more serious, such as it could leak your IP and other information which is more private to you that you don't want to release to the public. So that's what fundamentally we're trying to solve here with one RPC. So we've got a number of different chains, and overall today we're going to be obviously looking through the Gnosis mainnet. So I'll get started with that, but I think it's important to know we've got over 45 different networks with us and 32 partners, and around we've almost at 13 billion relays protected, and that's with around having over 3 million monthly active users. So we're building up more and more. Hopefully we'll reach 13 billion and then onto the next checkpoint as soon as possible after that. So now I'll get on to the actual demo. So after kind of suggesting it's a very straightforward process in that all you do is from this page you just you can either click this, but we're going to do through this approach first. So you just click get one RPC plus. So you click here, and then you get a very straightforward captcha just to make sure you're human, and then you have to then connect your wallet. So first click this and then connecting your wallet. So then I'll get a pop-up from MetaMask, which hopefully you'll see. And it's requesting me to sign in, which I'll just sign in. Cool. So now I'm onto this page now, and this is the main kind of console that you have in a sense, where you can choose which network you want to have the 1RPC relay from. What I'll do is I'll scroll down to Gnosis mainnet, and very straightforwardly, all I do is I click this one small button on the side. And what does it do? Well, I realize I'm already on the Gnosis mainnet, so I'll swap to another one to demonstrate. But all I do is I click the Gnosis mainnet, and what it will do is, for this circumstance, because I'm already connected to the 1RPC plus Gnosis mainnet, I've already done this process. It's asked me to do is to swap to it. But for new users, what it would do is it would entail, it would basically just ask you to approve it, and as soon as you approve it, you automatically have access to the 1RPC plus Gnosis mainnet. And so now I can see that I'm now connected to it. So you can see that I'm connected to the 1RPC plus Gnosis mainnet. So what does this do? Basically, it fundamentally is oriented around, as I said before, protecting your privacy, and it's as straightforward as doing this. All of your assets will kind of switch over to this one, so it's very straightforward to use, and it really isn't complicated at all in a sense. And all it's doing is enhancing your own privacy. So it's a very straightforward process to do so. And fundamentally, how you can do this is it randomly generates a new API key for you each time, and then the nice part about what we've got here as well is that you're able to kind of rotate your key. So say for instance, I decide that I want to do I decide I want to enhance my privacy again, and I've gone somewhere I'm not fully sure about it, so I want to rotate key. So all I do is I just click to rotate and expire this key, and it automatically sets me up with a new one. So it's very straightforward, and what this does is, like I was saying before, third-party infrastructure often, it regularly collects and stores your data when you interact with them. So through this process, you're able to prevent this from occurring. And that's fundamentally what we're doing. This is the main feature. You're already fully connected into the system now, but we also have some custom features as well. So these are other kind of features that you can use to enhance your security. So this is through our 1RPC plus process. And this is through our 1RPC plus process, where you can get some like new features which are kind of new just some enhanced features that we have. So one of the main features that we have is the transaction sanitizers in a sense, and for this is you can blacklist certain addresses or you could whitelist certain addresses. So what blacklist means is that you would take address and you would basically say that I don't want to send funds to that address anymore, and it would automatically fail a transaction. So I'll show you very quickly now how that process works. So I'll just take this address from before. So for example, I want to send to this address. If it comes up, I would want to send to this address a certain amount of funds, for instance. For some reason, MetaMask has been slow, but okay, it's not happy. It's weird, but anyway, basically, the whole how this would work, this whole process would be that you would. I'll give it one more try, and if it doesn't work, then I'll try and reopen it. Okay. Well, it's not being very responsive now, but it's fine. I'll still be able to show you guys. So how it would work is I would, for instance, say there's this particular wallet address that I've got. I decide that I don't want to interact with this wallet at all. So what I would then, I would copy and paste the wallet into this, box, and I would click, send it forward. And what does this do? Well, fundamentally what this does is that it means that if I were to try and send funds to this wallet address or interact with this wallet address, the process would fail. And it would basically, what this means is it allows you to, be able to steer clear of known scams and phishing attempts. So, if you find a list of them, you can put them into OneRPC Plus blacklist section, and that would instantly be able to, uh, remove any attempts by anyone to kind of try and scam you or try and fish from you. So that's a yeah. So I think that's one of the main reasons, why there's that. That this is why we're trying to do that, and why we've created it. And at the same instance, we've also created a whitelist in a kind of section as well, which means that you would only trust these wallets that are there. So this is another kind of feature that we've got as well. So these are the two main features. We have a few other features as well. Currently, we don't have, they're not available for the Gnosis mainnet, but we're hopefully going to add them soon as well. So that's the the main kind of things that I've shown today. It's very straightforward what we've got here at for OneRPC, and it's free for all users. The plus part, so customizing your API key, and for the OneRPC Plus transaction sanitizers, that's part of OneRPC Plus. But for all other, protecting yourself from metadata exposures and ensuring that you're protected from just generally your data being exposed, that's fully free, and that's very quick, as I showed earlier. So I think that's the main kind of things I wanted to show you today. So if anyone has any questions or specific things they want to kind of highlight, then I'm more than happy to answer them.
Yeah, thanks, Anton. Now's a good time to do like an AMA. So if you have any questions for Anton, you can unmute your mic and go ahead and just ask directly, or you can use the chat and I'll ask Anton for you. I have a quick question, or just really a comment. But hold on, let me clear my throat. Sorry. Yeah, I love the blacklist and whitelist feature. I was wondering if you have any plans to include like a revoke all button where you could just automatically revoke all addresses that you signed off on with your MetaMask, something like revoke cache, so that if you get to a point where you're like, oh, I think I've exposed myself to a malicious address, but I'm not sure where, I'm just going to revoke everything, instead of like manually pasting all of the addresses in the list.
I think
And
that's
okay, sorry, go ahead.
no, sorry, no, you can. No, I think that's definitely something where we're working. Anything to make kind of the process more efficient is something that we're definitely looking towards, and it's one of those ideas that we're thinking of implementing in the future. Currently, it's a manual approach, but we're constantly looking to update OneRPC and add new features to make it as efficient as possible in that regard, and to be more be more accessible and to be more useful. So that's definitely a key feature, and something we're definitely looking to add in the near future as well.
Cool, let me just check the chat over here. I mean, at Gnosis Chain, we always prioritize, or we believe that privacy should be a right, and everyone should always have the option or freedom to have privacy. So the more privacy options out there, the better. We have a question from Anon Bubble Tea. What are the other functions on the dashboard?
So if we're looking at the OneRPC Plus transaction sanitizers, so I hope that's the specific thing you're talking about. Well, so we have a few different kind of key ones, which is one is to kind of one is it for Uniswap specifically, and that's a kind of a scam shield kind of process. And then the other two, which are kind of specifically for certain other chains, because unfortunately these aren't on Gnosis yet, but we're always looking to add kind of new features for all of the networks. There is the first two, or the Go Plus and Avenger DAO. Those are specifically for kind of basically all of the known scam and phishing wallets. All of those have been highlighted, and if you click the plus sign here on the corner, what this does is, that'll add that, and it basically removes all scam wallets, from being. What it would do is it would basically get all the scam wallets there are, and would basically remove them from being able to interact with us. So that's a specific place where it would aid kind of for the scam and phishing process. And then the last one is kind of similar. It's ensuring that the source code is verified, and if there is any issues with the source code, then OneRPC will pick that up and automatically cancel any kind of or fail any kind of transactions with them. So yeah, that's the main things for the dashboard, and I hope that's what you were talking about. If not, let me know, and then I'll answer the other question, oh, the specific question you were thinking about. I think another thing to kind of bring up as well, just now that we're here, so the website's very straightforward. It's onerpc.io, and it's very, that's easy to get to. And then we also have there's obviously going to be some issues, so we also have to get help, you can head on over to our Discord as well. So you can just click this button up here as well, or you can, it's ata.ws/discord. I think Alistair said he was going to send some like of the important links in the chat as well, so then you could see them too. So we've also got our Twitter as well, as new things are constantly popping up there as well. So it's always a good place to keep an eye on as well, so that you don't miss out on anything. Fortunately, I'm not logged in right now, but it's very straightforward. You just go there, and we also have our Telegram and other Medium and other sites as well that you can find out a bit more about what we're doing. So yeah.
Yeah, I just shared your website in the chat there. Yeah, in terms of privacy, like how does one RPC guarantee the user's privacy? Like, do you reroute the user's transaction data or the metadata? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, so it would be basically we kind of automatically generate. We use a series of different relays, RPCs, which are kind of randomized in that we don't take the data ourselves, in a sense. It's sent through random sets of different relays, which are automatically randomized, and that basically ensures the privacy behind it. So we are kind of systemize the process and make it more kind of private, and it's not always through the same kind of RPC provider, because they could then store information, and we would generate some random sets of anonymous information that would go through the RPCs as well to ensure privacy.
Cool. And how about your data servers? Are they located around the world, or how do you ensure that there's some resilience there?
Well, I think fundamentally it's that the data itself, we almost don't store any data on hand ourselves, because we're very, as I was kind of saying, we're kind of in between, ensuring that in a sense we provide the service to ensure that the RPTs don't hold a lot of your data in hand, in a sense. So we don't really store any of your data privately in that regard. In the sense that we do, it's very small amounts, and that is obviously that taken the normal precautions where it's set out throughout the entire world and not based in a specific one location or under one server.
Any other questions out there for Anton? If not, we'll wrap it up. Anton, are there any upcoming events or anything else you'd like to share with the community?
I think what I would say as well is just keep an eye on keep an eye on our Twitter. We've got well, our founders are off at Dev Connect right now in Istanbul. They're doing a bunch of events. So they're doing a lot right now, and that's all being live streamed. So I definitely say keep an eye out on for them and their events. So yeah, that's what I say. Keep an eye out on our Twitter and social media for new events.
Cool. Thanks so much, Anton, and thank you for making the time and that great demo. And yeah,
Thank you so
please,
much for having us.
yeah, go check out OneRPC on Gnosis Chain, and we will see everyone next month on the Ecosystem Wednesday call, which will be on the third Wednesday, so the 20th of December, close to the holidays. So take care, everyone. Thanks for making the time, and we'll see you on Chain.